It will be 10 clear months since the much talked about Bushiri extradition case began. It is shocking that after 10 months, there is not enough to stew on by South African authorities on its hype over the case. The Malawian High Court went on recess as part of its annual mandate to take a break to give judges the chance to write judgments on various cases. The Bushiri extradition case is expected to take a different turn when the High Court Judge Dr. Redson Kapindu sits on the matter. He reserved his ruling last July on whether Lilongwe Chief Resident Magistrate Patrick Chirwa was right on whether the extradition process should be conducted through a preliminary inquiry. The state took the matter to the High Court after the Lilongwe Chief Magistrate Patrick Chirwa threw out an application by the Director of Public Prosecutions, Dr. Steve Kayuni, for South African witnesses in the case to testify virtually other than going physically to Malawi. The court had maintained in its earlier ruling that the witnesses should go to Malawi physically to testify.
It's a court order and it has to be respected, and we'll have to go by the dictates of the order that the court has made. The arrangements have to be made, discussions, international cooperation has to be there, making sure that the order of the court is duly accorded its effect.
Been expecting all along. We have been prepared ourselves for that kind of exercise. We were ready to proceed on the 4th of June for the witnesses to come, cross-examine them.
However, Dr. Steve Kayuni said there were no fears that the recess could derail ongoing court cases and maintained that the processes were still on course. This further throws the extradition process into more delays.
I was in South Africa. I was attending all the courts for almost 3 years. I was going to court and we were being told excuses after excuses. I never had a trial in South Africa for almost 3 years. I appeared in the court several times and witnesses never showed up. So when I hear what they're saying today that witnesses cannot come, despite the ruling that the magistrate had made on the 29th of March in this year that the witnesses must come over, according to the law, I was not surprised, not shocked. This also confirms my statement that I've been saying, that what I was passing through in South Africa was persecution, not prosecution.
The extradition, which began in January 2021, would have been 10 months old already by the time the court was back from recess. This is completely different from the posture of South African government in the case in January, where government officials had created the impression that the Bushiris would be extradited back in South Africa within weeks, if not days.
Also indicated in our statement that we have started the process of extraditing Bushiri back into the country using the SADC protocol of extradition between the neighboring countries, and that process commenced. One of the requirements actually is that we need to obtain the warrant of arrest so that it then forms the basis of applying for the extradition. So that process was started over the weekend, and we will be briefing South Africans where the process is.
Ms.
But
Williams.
yes, I confirm that we have started that process of extraditing Bushiri back into our country.
So the wait continues.